You know, one of the things that the president's Organizing for Action has suggested is over Thanksgiving meal, go ahead and talk to your family members, trying to get them involved and get them signing up on the Not So Affordable Care Act website. Now, it's supposed to work by Saturday. That's going to be the first day of December. But here's the problem. So far from the administration, we've heard many different opinions on how exactly it's going to work, an inexact measure of success. Joe Biden says last week it's going to get fixed, God willing. Jay Carney said 8 out of 10 people said that they would be able to get on the website. Here's the president and the secretary. How good's it going to be? Here's what they have to say.
Here in Southern California and here across this state, there are thousands of people every single day who are getting health care for the first time. For the first time, because of this. And by the way, the website's continually working better, so check it out.
We are definitely on track to have a significantly different user experience by the end of this month. That was our commitment. Just so you all know, this isn't a magic turn on the on switch. The experience is vastly improved each and every day.
They don't know how it's going to work come the first day of December.
Well, and that's a self-imposed deadline that it seems as though they're not going to reach. And I'm not sure what track they're on that's on track. And neither is anyone in Oregon, apparently, because they have spent over $300 million on the Obamacare exchange program there for zero enrollees to date.
What? Say that again.
Zero enrollees to date. $300 million spent on the program. No one's been able to enroll. And on top of which, they've had major security breaches in the past week. 3 of them just in the past week, according to reports, where residents are receiving confidential information, personal information, names, social security numbers belonging to someone else.
Well, the other thing is, which I really find insulting, is all the administration is talking about is a PR offensive, targeting 9 of the top 10 cities with the least amount of the most concentrated of the uninsured. They're talking about getting on the phone with daily reporters, putting in conference calls, talking to them in about a dozen states, challenging Republican governors who have not set up these exchanges because they're a disaster, and forcing them, and also who refuse to expand Medicaid. So the tone in which the president took 2 weeks ago and saying, I screwed up, I apologize for everyone, I'll try to fix it now, has gone to flat-out partisan rhetoric from here on in. It's about dividing again. If you listen to the president's words, he's saying, well, it would help if one part of the other party wasn't out just to destroy the plan.
Well, yeah, but that's just the way this guy operates. Meanwhile, while in Oregon nobody has signed up, healthcare.gov, we don't know how that's going to work. The White House's Pardon the Turkey website, whitehouse.gov/turkey, is working perfectly. Meanwhile, just last week on this program, we were telling you about how down in Bowie State, outside of Baltimore, Maryland, a young blogger by the name of Eugene Craig wrote about how the university realized, back in this year, you've been able to buy insurance for something like $50 a month. But under the Affordable Care, rather $50 a semester. But under the Affordable Care Act now, that was going to go up to close to $2,000. So the school decided to get rid of any insurance. Well, Mr. Craig, since he blogged that, has gotten in trouble with the school.
I actually had an administrator pull me aside after a pre-planned Obamacare open forum and tell me how our coverage has hurt the university, how it's made the university look bad, especially in light of the fact that we had Michelle Obama as our commencement speaker last semester. Currently, commencement addresses supersede free speech at Bowie State University right now. If you go to my personal Facebook page, you'll see a lot of things that have been said about me. I had one alumni actually call me a wannabe grandson of Clarence Thomas, which to a large degree I think it's a compliment, being that he's probably one of the best Supreme Court justices we've ever had. My definition of an academy or a university is where debate of ideas is supposed to take place. And, a lot of times the debate itself isn't allowed to take place, or both sides aren't presented.
So the coverage hasn't hurt the school. The Affordable Care Act has impacted the school.
Well, Dr. Ben Carson actually brought up last night, he says, until the president shows a willingness to be honest, it was passed dishonestly, this thing is never going to get straightened out. And he's not been candid about what the program is, and he attacks people that expose it for what it is.
Well, and those that are being attacked, like we just saw Eugene Craig there, for just voicing an opinion on it, that seems to be nearly criminal to not allow him to voice his opinion on school property about it.
You're right. Thanksgiving tomorrow.
You too. Thanks.
All right.